Hey, what's up guys? This is Mike Miggs again, Rutgers Fan 14. I'm going to show you guys a quick tutorial on advanced drum techniques, and we got to get in this quickly because we have a lot to cover. So, I'm actually going to bring in some samples from the machine drum pack that I showed you guys in the last video. You can find samples that come stock with FL Studio, but I think it's cool to have a nice wide range. So 1,000 subscribers, and you guys can get these all. So I'm going to drag the bell over here to replace my hi-hat. That's what we're going to use, and let's find a cool kick drum. I like that. Okay, so this is what it sounds like now. Now, do you notice what this sounds like? If I hit this, it sounds like a little echo on that. In my next video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up effects, which are located down in the mixer. If you ever wondered what the mixer is for, basically this will correspond. FX1 corresponds to insert 1, and we'll get into all that. Okay, but for now, let's work on just the drum patterns. So, okay, so this is one. We're going to go down to pattern 2 now. We're going to get rid of this one here. Now we're going to add in one here. And this is what I was talking about when I said ghost note. We're going to make sure we're on the kick. It'll say kick for you probably. Go up to here, velocity. We're going to bring this down to maybe just a third or maybe a quarter. Okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about experimentation. So let's hit play. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, tried to make it a little louder so you guys could hear. Basically, the velocity is the volume, so we drop the velocity, the volume down, and what it does is it kind of creates this bounce. So when you get back to this note, so you have to understand these notes are actually together. It's actually like this. It's ba-boom. Okay, it's wrapping around. So it just adds an interesting effect to your beat here. So like, let's say we create a little pattern. Okay, let's take let's do 1, 2, 3, and 3. Okay, let's set it up just like that, and we're gonna notice when it goes from 2 to 3, I'm gonna wave my cursor around like this, and that's to warn you. You're gonna hear the transition. Okay, so let's listen to it. Have it set up like that, then switch from pattern to song and hit play. Okay, you heard the bell come in there. That was from the machine pack. So, you know, if you noticed it, you can go back and rewind if you didn't get it, but right when it went from here to here, for this little transition, you did hear it, and it just sounds nicer. It's something cool to add to your mixes. It's a really cool effect, and it sounds nicely. So anyway, we're going to get on to the next set of patterns, but real quick, if you're enjoying this video, please hit subscribe. I really appreciate the you know, support, and it'll help you guys out because you'll get 1,000 subscribers, you'll get the machine. The entire machine has got to be probably, I don't know how many sample packs there's in here. It's easily over 100 or 2, maybe 300. Just anyway, the point is, I hate to be marketing here, but I'm trying to help you guys out. So, okay, one more drum pattern I kind of like. This is with more ghost notes. We're going to set it up like this. And then make sure on kick, go to this velocity tab again. We're going to set this down. You can kind of imagine whenever you have two notes together, you're not going to want them at the same velocity. Very rarely. If anything, maybe just drop it down a little bit. But it'll just get boring and repetitive. So okay, so let's try this. Okay, see if we can mirror that. Kind of, we got the on the second kick that we added here. Have it down to about a third, fourth, fifth one, maybe down to 2/3. Leave that one alone, and then the last one, bring it down to a third. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's bring the bells all the way across. Okay, now we're on the bell, hit velocity. We're going to bring this down to a shuffle. What we're going to do is every other, we're going to make a half, and then about a half, then every other, we're going to make a quarter. So see if you can follow this here. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't even know if I made this perfect. And you could even kind of just come in and kind of chop it. Just make it, if it looks visually nice, you can kind of imagine it would sound good. You know what I mean? Then, okay, so I'm liking the way this sounds. We're going to get rid of these other patterns. Clone your pattern here. I just happen to choose 6. On 7, we're going to put in the snare. So on 6, we're going to just paint in 2. On 7, we're going to paint in 2. Okay, then we're going to hit song. We're going to hit play. Hopefully this is in view. Hopefully you guys can see this. Hit play. Okay, you guys kind of getting this? So this is just a, maybe 3 or 4 examples of a drum pattern, and you guys kind of realize that you can always go in and say, okay, let me go to the kick, let me move this one from here to here, and now, okay, 2 different velocities. Let's see how that sounds. But let's say, okay, I don't feel like repeating that. What you do is you right-click, edit, copy. It's going to copy this one line here. And now you go over to here, make sure you go to the kick again, right-click, edit, paste. Now see how that changed? And then also the velocity is also changed for you. So we're going to hit play and let's see what the track sounds like now. Make sure it's on song, hit play. Okay, a little sneak peek on our next video. We're going to start to work with FL keys, which should be found in almost, I believe should be on every edition, on the producer edition. If it's not, we can figure out a solution for you. But anyway, this is FL keys. You could just play it like this. I happen to have a MIDI keyboard. Ooh, didn't turn it on. Okay, let's see if I can play it on my regular keyboard. No. Okay, but anyway, we get onto the song. So you know what I mean? You really just kind of play around. You see what sounds good, and you have fun with it. So we're going to get into some actual melody instruction. I did play violin for 7 years, so I got some experience there. Played guitar for about 8, and played piano since I was 5. So we can get into some of that stuff, and we could also get into effects. So I'm not sure exactly which one might be the next video, but within the next 5, we will have effects for instruments covered. And just to show you what one effect sounds like, we're going to take the snare. You click on the snare, this window should pop up. It's on FX 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the mixer. We're going to go over to 4. And in this right here, we're going to click over. It's going to be off the window, but you're going to go down to where you say Fruity Reverb. Click on that. Now it's already set up. It's going to be on max. It's set to its own setting. If you click on the reverb, it's supposed to pop up. Okay, well don't worry about that right now then. I'll figure that out later. Now listen to what the snare sounds like. Without the reverb. Very dry with the reverb. Okay, maybe that's a little too much, and maybe we'll work on, bringing it down a little bit. So you could even just scroll down like that. Still comes through, but not as strong, and doesn't mud up your whole mix. Okay, please be sure to subscribe, and please be sure to check out the next video. It's going to deal with effects, I believe. And again, just any comments, any questions, any requests, leave them here or on my page. 1,000 subscriptions, I'm going to release the machine. So that's it for today, guys. Have a good one, and keep making music.